The International Court of Justice has ordered Israel to immediately halt its offensive in Rafah in southern Gaza. The World Court cited exceptionally grave developments for the already extremely vulnerable population in Rafah and said it was not convinced that the evacuation effort for civilians in Gaza are sufficient to alleviate the immense risk to Palestinians due to the offensive in Rafah. Israel, which has rejected the genocide charges, has previously described the case as being divorced from the facts. The ICJ ruling is part of a broader case brought by South Africa, accusing Israel of violating the Genocide Convention. South Africa had asked the court to order Israel to cease military operations in Gaza, arguing that the Israeli assault in Rafah is aimed at destroying the essential foundations of Palestinian life. However, it is important to remember that the International Court of Justice's ruling is not binding on any nation, and the World Court actually has no means or powers to implement its orders. Israel has from the very beginning been dismissive and extremely critical of the case brought to the court by South Africa and has given enough indications that it has no intention of abiding by the court's rulings. But let's not forget, at least 35,800 people have been killed and over 80,000 injured in Gaza since the war began, according to the Gazan Health Ministry, which does not distinguish between civilians and combatants, but says the majority of the dead were women and children.
The State of Israel shall, in conformity with its obligations under the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, and in view of the worsening conditions of life faced by civilians in the Rafah governorate, A, by 13 votes to 2, immediately halt its military offensive and any other action in the Rafah governorate which may inflict on the Palestinian group in Gaza conditions of life that would bring about its physical destruction in whole or in part. I shall not read the introductory paragraphs of the order. In the present circumstances, the Court is also of the view that in order to preserve evidence related to allegations of acts falling within the scope of Article 2 and Article 3 of the Genocide Convention, Israel must take effective measures to ensure the unimpeded access to the Gaza Strip of any commission of inquiry, fact-finding mission, or other investigative body mandated by competent organs of the United Nations.